Explore Tulsa is an opportunity to see behind the scenes of Tulsa's most unique places.
To hear the stories of real people who are doing fantastic things and who love living here.
We look at the people, places, and events that make Tulsa home. Welcome to a few minutes of Exploring Tulsa.
Well, it's fair time in Tulsa, and the weather has been mostly cooperating, just like it should be for the fair.
I love this time of year, and we want to thank you for spending a little time with us exploring Tulsa.
We love bringing you these stories, and this week we have a really good mix for you.
Starting with a group of over 400 volunteers that are vital to keeping Tulsa looking beautiful. You've seen their work, even if you don't know it.
The Master Gardener program in Tulsa it was created in 1983, so it's been here quite a while. And we had a little over 100 volunteers back in early 2000s, and we've just kind of grown and done things that we felt was necessary to make our program better. And we're now over 400 volunteers strong here in Tulsa. Probably one of the top 5 in the country as far as effectiveness of our programs.
Well, to be a Tulsa County Master Gardener, it means you've gone through some classes. You're required to take classes. There's 80 hours of classes each fall. Professors from Oklahoma State University come over and teach the classes on insects, gardening, flowers, pesticides, all those different things. So we kind of get a mini crash course from OSU. And then after that, you're required to do 80 hours of service to kind of pay back for your education and essentially learn about the organization, all the different things we do, the different areas, some hours here, some hours there, some hours over here, to try and kind of find your place where you might like to do your volunteer work in the future.
Well, when I first became a Master Gardener, I was really involved with the school program. I was very involved with answering phones and things like that. But then it became apparent that the marketing, public relations, advertising for Master Gardeners had not been very well developed. So I was asked by Brian and a couple of others to get involved, and I've just gone headfirst into it with both feet, and I am now doing a lot along with a couple of other Master Gardeners as well, and we just have a great time. It's a fun way to promote the organization, and if we can grow Tulsa County Master Gardeners, to me that's very, very satisfying.
Tulsa is rich in our volunteer heritage. I mean, we've got a lot of good companies around funding-wise, but we also have a lot of good people that has worked with those companies in the past, have their roots in Tulsa and want to give back. And we're lucky enough to be we enjoy the benefits of that. Our volunteers have a wide range of backgrounds, whether it is a home mom that has stayed home raising their kids, or it's an executive working for a big company in Tulsa.
I like the part of it where we are helping to take care of our environment as well, with organic practices, things that are good for the environment that encourage sustainability rather than depress and use and abuse the environment. And so that's one of our missions, and I really enjoy that, and helping to educate people to just do things better. Don't spray with that. We've got 6 organic alternatives you could use. That's going to kill everything. If you need to kill this one particular thing that's eating your broccoli, well, let's do that. Let's just not wipe out the entire insect population in your yard.
I chose Tulsa Master Gardeners really as my second act, and I am totally satisfied with it. It's something that has fulfilled so many of the needs I had, from a level of emotional development, from educational development. It just really has been a fantastic program that has been life-changing for me.
It's a diverse group of people with diverse interests and abilities, and I'm just amazed at the number of hours they will give away to support not only the organization, but to educate and share that knowledge with the people of Tulsa County. It's really inspiring and amazing, and this garden we're sitting in now is built and maintained by volunteers who are out here every week, if not more often. And there's no financial payback for this. They just do it for the love of it and the sharing the joy with the Tulsans, and to help make our city a more beautiful city.
It's one of the best jobs that I think I could ever have. It's great, one, seeing a consumer or a homeowner bring a plant in and help them. help describe them what the problem is and maybe correct that later on down the road, save them a little bit of money. It's great when a volunteer comes in and says, I didn't know you all did all of this. And then they want to come back to our program, be a part of the group. If we don't have a happy volunteer, they won't come back. So we try to keep them interested, keep them engaged, and from our turnover, we do a pretty good job with that, and I'm proud of that.
All the flower pots and arrangements in Brookside? Of course! I had no idea those were a project of Tulsa Master Gardeners.
And with over 400 volunteers in Tulsa, we are in the top 5 in the nation for participation.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Austin. We see over and over again the philanthropic and volunteer spirit alive and well in Tulsa. We have showcased many of those people, with plenty more to come, I'm sure.
For now though, we'll say thank you to all the Master Gardener volunteers and staff. If that sounds interesting to you, just connect or go by their office.
Well, it may be a little busy right now as they are on the north side of the fairgrounds, but I'm sure they will welcome you anytime.
It's time for us to take a quick break, but we're coming back with a scavenger hunt for big people when Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
The time is right now to consider solutions for outdoor landscape audio. You experience state-of-the-art audio inside your home. Now you can have it outside your home, on your patio, around your pool, even your whole backyard. Video Revolution has been providing quality sound systems for over 35 years. We partner with exclusive brands like Klipsch, James Loudspeakers, Sonance, and Episode. Our team of cutting-edge experts can assess your needs with a free in-house consultation. It starts simply with a phone call. My name is Randy. I'm here to help.
Over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Hey, missed any of our previous shows or just want to revisit an old segment? Then swing by our YouTube channel to explore all things Tulsa. YouTube, the Explore Tulsa channel.
Thanks for coming back for more Explore Tulsa.
Austin, did you ever do scavenger hunts as a kid or maybe even when you were older with friends?
I have hunted a time or two over the years, but not like in this next segment. We found a company right here in Tulsa that started as just a fun thing for a date and is now in 39 states all across the country.
It's Scavenger Hunt Deluxe for our next segment.
My husband and I went on a trip to celebrate our first year anniversary, and we didn't have anything scheduled except for to watch a basketball game. So we had 3 days of just nothing. We ended up stumbling upon a scavenger hunt that another company had produced, and the entire time that we went on this hunt, we were trying to use just one phone to submit the missions, to access the list, and it was very difficult. It really taught us how to take a step back and rethink how we were treating each other in that moment, because we're both very competitive and we wanted to beat this other team that we've never met and never would meet, but we had to beat them. And so we had to remember how to be a team in that moment, and it was kind of difficult, even though we're very loving and have a great relationship, but we wanted to win. So the entire time I kept saying, man, if they just did this, they could have really capitalized on this view, or if they just did this, this would have been an awesome mission to do. And my husband, I think jokingly, said, why don't you just go and make one yourself? And I was like, challenge accepted. Urban scavenger hunts are a great way to get together and have some much needed fun. You will access a list of missions, and the goal is to complete as many missions as you can to rack up more points than the other teams. The missions might have you solving a clue to know where to go to check in via GPS. They might have you solving a clue to where you can answer trivia questions. You have to find specific items on the street, and you might also have to complete video challenges that really have you stepping outside of your comfort zone. Our scavenger hunts are self-guided, so they are not timed. The only time restrictions that are on there are the ones that you place. So if you need to do an hour hunt, you can do that. If you need to fill in 3 hours, you can do that as well. We've had customers who have started a hunt and along the way they found a store that they wanted to visit. So they paused the game, shopped a little bit, maybe got something to eat, and then they finished their afternoon with the hunt. So it started out that we were going to do this just for Tulsa, and it was going to be something that I was going to do on the side. I had a regular job, I was a mom, I didn't need something else that was going to take up a lot of my time. But then I realized quickly that not only could we do just regular scavenger hunts, we can do birthday parties, we can do reunions, we can do corporate team building events. There are so many opportunities to bring people together for fun, and I love bringing people together for fun. So that's how it really started. Just that small opportunity of hanging out with my husband grew into bringing people together for fun. And now we're in 75 cities in over 39 states. It really is amazing. When I first started this, it was just going to be something I did on the side. And then to be able to quit my job completely and focus on the business and to see it expand as quickly as it has been amazing. I love being able to spend more time with my family, with friends, and really focusing on having fun in this life. This world is so beautiful, and I think people get so caught up in their day-to-day lives that they forget to really stop and pause and enjoy the beauty that's around us. And so I love being able to help people with that. We're now looking at building an ultra-competitive scavenger hunt that is also monitored, that has a prize on the line. So while we're still expanding to other cities, we're also looking at how can we make our current scavenger hunts even better and even more fun. So we're excited for all of the opportunities.
Now that looks like a lot of fun. Did she mention birthdays? What a great idea.
One of those Tulsa-centric entrepreneurial stories that we like to share, Trish.
They're off and running, and we can only imagine the possibilities as they continue to grow. Good luck to Let's Go Urban.
Well, it's time to break for a minute, but we truly have a story to tell you when we come right back.
When Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
When it's time to turn it on, turn it all the way on with Sonos. Sonos, leading the way in innovative audio solutions for your home. Experience crystal clear, full-bodied sound at any volume level. And with rock-solid wireless performance and a system that's easy to set up, control, and expand, your Sonos can be completely customized to fit your needs. Video Revolution is your Tulsa source for all things Sonos. And right now is the perfect time to come in and talk audio. Video Revolution and Sonos, partners in superior audio quality and exceptional customer service on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Sony and Video Revolution take you there. From space travel to world championships. Tomorrow's technology today. 4K smart TVs and the largest flat screens available. Now more than ever, you have the best seat in the world when history is made. Video Revolution. On the northwest corner, 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Kim Zig.
And I'm Steve Zig with Okie Spice and Trade Company in Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Okay, so Trish.
Okay, so what?
Okay, so that's our next story.
What's our next story? I'm very confused.
Okay, so we talked to them and they were so cool.
Who? What's our next story?
Okay, so.
Hey! All right, so in a past life, I was the public relations director at the Tulsa Zoo.
It's Story Slam night. You never know what you're going to get. We never know.
She goes, he did great. She says, oh, Antoine's such a great singer. And Shauna, she goes, well, that's perfect because he's my boyfriend. And her mom goes, no, he's not. Little belongs to Shauna that her parents didn't really care for black people.
We don't ask anyone to pitch their stories to us. It is a total open mic event. Anybody can come up and tell their story. As long as you get there soon enough to put your name in the hat, you can tell a story. We give the audience a theme, and anyone from that audience can tell a true 5-minute story based on that theme from their life.
I tried stand-up comedy for a little bit, and then I heard about this storytelling event, and I was an archaeologist for 15 years, and so I had a lot of stories from that time period, and I came to this stage October of 2015, and I told my first story. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in mystical things, but every once in a while in my life events occur that make me seriously question my skepticism. And that story ended up winning the evening, and I was hooked ever since.
Our Grand Slam this coming April will be our 6th Grand Slam. We knew that we wanted to do a storytelling event, Michelle and I was trying to come up with a clever name. And I remembered that I had just had an afternoon with my brother. We were sitting on the back of his pickup drinking beer, trying to out-story each other, see who could tell each other the craziest story. And I remembered when we were doing that, each of us would start just naturally each story with, okay, so. And that's how I came up with the name. And I loved it because it also is our initials for our state.
Brenda and I, when we first started, we started over at the Phoenix Coffee House. And like I said, we just did it on a whim after having lunch one day. And we just kind of gathered the people that were coming into the coffee house that day, like, want to tell a story?
Then we came here for a couple of years here at this nightclub, Enso, and we've been at IDL for a couple of years.
We've had several storytellers who have come to our stage for the first time and now have been on our stage maybe, between 5 and 7 times, and their stories just keep getting better. They kind of get bit by the bug, so to speak, like all of us have, and they want to get back up there again.
The 10 storytellers that we take each event all compete. We have a few judges sparsed out in the crowd, and they listen to all the stories and they determine by the end of the night the winning story. It's a friendly competition. It's not a heated, heavy thing. They do make a little cash, and they get to participate in the Grand Slam, which is every April. So each winner from every month comes back in April and participates in the Grand Slam. And then we crown Tulsa's best storyteller in Tulsa.
He said, listen, before you raise your voice at me, you must be this tall to raise your voice at me. Second of all, if you don't calm down right now, I'm gonna put your phone on top of the refrigerator so you can't call for help.
Working with Brandon and Michelle is a real eye-opener for me because I come from a place of logistics and, we need 75 chairs and they need to be in this order. I like to just tell people that I'm helping them create the vision for this event that they want. I don't really drive the vision. I like to just help them realize the dream that they saw 7 years ago in a coffee shop.
I don't know where OK So is headed 5-10 years down the road. I think that's the greatest thing about what Brenda and I did when we started this, was that we kind of had no expectations. And I find that when you have no expectations for things in that way, you kind of take a lot of the pressure off of it. So it was allowed to grow without us expecting it to be something. And so I just look forward to 5-10 years down the road to seeing how big it gets, because we just keep growing.
Thank you guys. I'm out of time. Appreciate you.
Okay, so, see?
Okay, so that makes a lot more sense now. I honestly just thought you were being really annoying.
What a great name. I want to be the person who answers the phone for them.
Good morning, okay, so?
Having fun with the name aside, they host events every month. You should plan on visiting soon and maybe even get up on stage.
Everyone has a story to tell. Think about yourself on stage while we take a short break. But come back soon, there's more just ahead.
Like, parents have a thing, when it gets too quiet in the home, we're worried. You know what I mean? I don't like silence in the home because it just feels dead.
Silence, that just doesn't feel like a creative place to me.
Turning on music in your house is almost like turning on the lights in your house.
Music makes mundane stuff better.
Full screen HD, let me take another picture, let me pull it to the pre.
Silence is probably the enemy of a happy home.
Bring the music home on the corner of 71st and Lewis.
At Video Revolution, the future is now. Behold the beauty of the new Sony 4K High Dynamic Range TV. A true view display producing real-world clarity and brilliant colors with Triluminous X1 technology. Step into the future for yourself at Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Bartley, a reborn baby artist with Bartley Williams Gallery, and you are watching Explore Tulsa.
Welcome back. We have one more interesting segment for you.
Denoting or in the manner of a 19th century style of painting outdoors, or with a strong sense of the open air that became a central feature of French Impressionism.
That sounds exactly like Plein Air Tulsa, and a group of artists who meet to paint in this unique style, and this year are turning the event into a multiple-day affair.
We have this saying that sometimes you work too long on a painting, and Ross Myers is a former teacher. He used to say, know when it's time to get out of the casino, and it's time to leave the painting alone. And plein air forces you to do that. The whole idea is feeling the atmosphere. And studio painting is great, and studio painting is important, but I believe it needs to be 50-50. You need to do some of both. And if you're gonna paint a landscape, you need to go look at that landscape you're gonna paint. You need to see what it feels like, even if it rains. Go feel it in the mist, go feel it in the sun, go do it. As a little kid, I always drew or sketched or whatever, but I didn't have any painting supplies, didn't have any. I lived in a little town in East Texas and there wasn't art classes. But a few teachers had mercy on me and encouraged my parents, said, she's got some talent and we need to help her a little bit. So at one point my mother was like convinced, she really wanted me to play piano, and when that wasn't gonna work, she did buy me some art supplies, but I didn't get to go very far with that. Then later in life, it just got pushed back for raising kids and doing other things, being a PTA mom, soccer mom, the whole bit. Then about 8 or 10 years ago, I decided it's my turn. I'd been in it about 4 or 5 years when somebody asked me, said, Linda, would you consider doing a plein air group? An event, so we could have an event, because as artists we've all heard of it. There's Plein Air magazine, there's beginning to be events all around us and especially all over the country and the world. So at first I was like, no, that sounds like a lot of work, but then I came back and I went, why not? I'll do it. Last year was our inaugural event and it was so successful and people loved it. What you do as an artist is you sign up for the event. You come down to, we came to Ziegler's Art Supply at 7 a.m. It was dark and the artist showed up, and we have a special secretive stamp that we stamp the back of your canvas, your watercolor paper, whatever support medium you use, we stamp the back so that we can then prove that you did it that day. Then you went out, they went out as artists anywhere they wanted to. In fact, if it was hard for you to get out somewhere to plein air paint, we allowed them, go home and paint off your patio. Sit on your patio, but just be outside. Then at 3 o'clock, they had to all be back at Ziegler's, and we checked them in. And they had to pop their work in a frame, wet, whatever it was, it had to be popped in a frame, and we judged it. So I said, let's see what we can do, second year, can we make it bigger? Let's try for 3 days. And so that's what we're doing this year. The first day, we wanted to include Ziegler's in it because they had been so helpful. So we're gonna start at Ziegler's again like we did last year. The second day, we're gonna reconvene at Post Oak Lodge. And so they're allowing us to come out and use their facility. But on that day, you have until 3 o'clock and you have to paint something Post Oak. The third day, you come back and we're gonna have sunrise painting. And so anyone who's interested will set our easels up out there, and we're going to paint the sun coming up behind the skyline of downtown Tulsa. The public is welcome to come to that. In fact, Post Oak has invited lots of people, and we're inviting everyone we know to come out and just see what can be created outside in just a short number of time. And the paintings are gorgeous. When they were last year, they will just blow your mind how beautiful they are. Well, the biggest reaction I have is they didn't know it would be that hard. And when I say hard, it's a lot of work to drag your equipment out. And if you've never done it before, you take too much. We help you. We want you to be successful. We want you to fall in love with it. But by the end of it, everybody falls in love with it.
We'll be adding this one to our family fun section on our YouTube channel for sure.
If there's an artist in the family, this would be a fantastic event to check out. Another awesome group of Tulsans making this a great town. We're taking a short break, then coming back to say goodbye and maybe do a little behind the scenes when Explore Tulsa returns after this.
Discover the benefits of making the right connections at Video Revolution. Connect with the expert staff who will take the time to understand and satisfy your technology needs. The installation staff will make it easy to maximize your new equipment for years of high-definition inspiration. Inspirational video and audio now with voice-driven built-in internet streaming apps. Connections, real live ones with people who know and care. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Thank you for watching Explore Tulsa. We appreciate you tuning in each week. As always, we want to take a moment and say thank you to our sponsors. We couldn't do this without them.
Dr. Zollner and Associates and Video Revolution are both companies that support Tulsa in a huge way. And we say thank you for helping us as we explore Tulsa.
As you know, we do 4 stories a week, 52 weeks a year. So we're always looking for interesting segments. If you know someone we should talk to, let us know.
We'd love to hear from you. That's all for now. We'll see you next time right here on Explore Tulsa.
I got the best job of all. I'm a big motor mouth.
What should I say? Just say, I just feel so abrupt.
Okay.
Thanks for coming back.